everybody. Welcome to Working Horses with Jim. I'm on my way today with Skip down to visit Jim. He is mowing second cut. It is our first second cut this year. We got some beautiful rain last night. If you watched our last video, I told you we were expecting severe weather and stuff. Well, we really didn't get it. We just got some gentle thunderstorms and lots of rain last night. And it just seems like everything really took off and started going here. This is our little pumpkin patch down in the field, and the corn is getting so tall, it's like you could almost see it grow. So let's go down to the end of the field and see how Jim's doing with Duke and Earl this morning. Jim just told me that it is not mowing that great. He's considering going back and changing some of the guards, putting the stub guards back on, whatever that means. So we'll see how it goes. He just said that it's not catching everything. As you can see, there's some grass standing up. And he's really a perfectionist with mowing. He likes the field to be completely clean, and it bothers him when it's not. So anyways, it may have to do some with the wetness, who knows. But he often mows in the morning when it's wet. But it sure is a nice crop of clover in the early spring. This field did not look that good, but it sure has come back nicely, and the clover is just starting to bloom, so it's a nice time for it to be cut. Our plan is to show you all the things that we do to get this crop put away for the winter. the pasture, and Jim's doing a little work with the excavator. He got this stone out. I don't know what he's going to do with it, but Jim is doing some greasing, and he's got a little bit of help here. We went in for supper, and Jim was worried that while he was gone, they were going to do something to the excavator because they've been so darn curious. Hilarious. And the track is rising as he's putting in the grease. Fascinating, isn't it? I think it's hard work. Skip knows when it's a good idea to stay on the other side of the fence. I think he hurt her feelings. Well, it's the next day, and it's raining on our hay. It's just a teeny little shower. I thought it was going to miss us. It looks like it's passing, but it will wet things down a little bit. Such is life on the farm. Oh boy, more than I thought. We're having lunch on the porch, but we're going in. Yikes! Rain's over. Blue sky's coming. Did you gals all enjoy your shower? Oh, brother. What about you, Baron? How you doing? Enjoying your pasture time? There, great. Great job, Liberty. Now you're covered with dirt. Well, there might be blue skies, but the hay is wet. I saw the horses over across, so I ran over barefoot to get some photos of them. My feet just aren't as tough as they used to be when I was a kid and went barefoot all summer. But you know, you gotta do what you can to get video when you want it. I was just wondering if you guys viewing remember walking barefoot all summer. I know my grandkids still do.
Hey guys, we are finishing up with Duke's shoe. A couple days ago I had to replace this shoe over here, and today, this morning, I walked in and there was this shoe sitting in behind his stall, so I had to fix this. So anyway, probably some of you people have seen my videos. I actually used to do all my shoeing myself, but since we moved up here, there's Amish that do it, so I'm more than happy to have somebody else do my shoeing. So that's what I do most of the time, but once in a while you lose a shoe, it's best to put it back on.
Well, since it has been rainy, or we got that thunderstorm earlier, there's been a change in plans. We're not haying today. So Jim is going to go over and hook onto the hay wagon that we unloaded this morning. That's from the last time we hayed. We had it stored in the sawmill building, and we unloaded it this morning. And there was quite a lot of chaff around the elevator, and so I cleaned up that area. There's also a lot of hay on the wagon, which does rot out the boards if you leave it on. So Jim's gonna hook onto it with Lady and Duke, and we're gonna just deposit all that stuff in the garden for mulch. Skip, I was going to say, you're getting lazy in your, not old age, but getting lazy, getting on all the time.
Back in. Back in. Hey. Back. Back in. Back. 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 Oh. Oh.
This is what I call delivery. This is great.
I just remembered Duke has his friend, his little friend up there.
Yeah, Duke's yellow friend. I don't know if you heard what Jim said, but his yellow friend is over there. This is great because usually I use a wheelbarrow to bring it over, and so
Tell me how
this
much
helps.
Well, your plant up there. You want my Brenda,
I know.
Covered your plant up there.
I know you did. I mean, you're gonna cover stuff up, but I'm just gonna have to come and move it. Just put a little bit more there. Okay, that's good, and then I'll... Nice. Well, the reason we do this is because we can't cultivate anymore. And yes, I can hoe it all the time, but this helps just keep the moisture in, keep the weeds down, and add stuff to the soil. It adds, our soil's very dense. This helps to loosen it up, lighten it up a little bit.
Are you doing that, brother?
Yeah. There's a lot on here, actually. When you start digging off the bottom. Jim was just saying it's a wooden bottom. It needs to be cleaned off because it rots, and yes, it does. So you can see that this end of the garden is not doing as good as the other end. It's definitely more yellow from the amount of rain we had earlier, but it's starting to straighten out. Not sure if it was abundantly clear what Jim was doing here, but he just lengthened his, made it so he can reach his lines if he needs to. So that's pretty handy.
Okay. You want to ride up the field with me?
Sure. Uncover my, make sure there's the potato plants are all uncovered. Good boy. Come back and finish this later.
Chopping them.
They are. Pretty sure of it. Skip didn't stay on.
Now hopefully tonight I can take my excavator out and do some more work out in the pasture. Do you think we try to cultivate any more in that garden, like pumpkins?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe you could with one horse one way, but
Don't need to, it's not bothered.
so I had told you at the beginning of the video that we were going to show the whole process of haying, but the weather had some made some changes in that plan because of this little shower we had today. But there's always the next video, so we hope to continue on with that process in the next video and show you the rest of the hay harvest.
Oh.
This is where the wagon is going to park for now. And it's time for me to get off. I'm gonna be left behind. Man, the corn's growing.
There it is.
Mm-hmm. Which happens to be right across the fence from Liberty and Belle and Barron. They've been all over today in the pasture, and this happens to be where they are. The noise and so on doesn't seem to bother them at all. We also used to hay this field, and I'm so glad we don't anymore. Well, friends, it has turned out to be a lovely evening. The rain may have stopped us from haying, but it hasn't stopped us from getting a lot of things done today. Jim is down the road doing something that he's been wanting to do for the last 30 years since we moved here. There was a big hole here somewhere, and there was a big pile of dirt because the previous owners wanted to make a little pond, I guess, or a little watering hole for their cattle, because it seemed that there was a spring in this area. It is a kind of wet area sometimes, but apparently they did not find the water that they were seeking, so they just left the hole and the little hill of dirt. It has made for an area that could be dangerous for somebody to run into, and it's made it so that Jim can't really mow this area very good. So he's working on making a change there. He's also pulled out some rocks here and there from the whole landscape is full of rocks, and oh, there's a pile over there. I don't know if you can see it, but he's going to at some point get a dump trailer and load them up and get them on the edge of the field so that he could maybe mow this area better. Well, our friends here are never far away. They're enjoying the evening together. They've had a lot of machinery down here today and a lot of goings on, but it doesn't seem to faze them at all. They just hang out together. So I think that concludes our day here on the farm. Not what we expected. That happens a lot. That's okay. We hope you enjoyed coming to our farm today, seeing what's going on. Jim is soon getting back to logging, so if you're not a farming person, soon we will be back in the logging mode. But for right now, we're just gonna say thanks for coming and have a great night. Well, it's sometime later. I thought he wasn't going to work too long tonight, but he's still here. And this looks like the finished product. He smoothed it all out. It looks really nice. Looks super great.